Speaking of things in North Queensland too, Robbie Katter of Katter's Australia Party has called for a division of the Sunshine State. Katter has asked for an independent inquiry into the feasibility of a split in which everywhere from Rockhampton to Cape York could become a new state called North Queensland. The push is based on what the Katters believe is an unfair distribution of government resources in the state's coal-rich north. Yesterday, one representative from the party argued that the issue of croc infestation simply isn't being addressed by the current Queensland government, while Bub Katter stood to his left and dabbed at his nose with a hanky.
The tourist industry is going downhill as a result of the crocs that are infesting our waterways. If they don't take it on, if the LNP doesn't take it on, then we must take it on, because we've got to do something about this, because we're sick and tired of seeing surf lifesavers.
Yeah, crocs are killing everybody, but I ain't spending any more time on it because I got the sniffles. Now, the Katters are pretty passionate about North Queensland having autonomy and not having folks from Brisbane tell them what to do, but, you know, let's be realistic. The entire north of Queensland is never actually going to secede and become its own state. No! Oh my God!
Hey, Tom, my name's Greg. I'm from North Queensland, the state of North Queensland in 2055.
It's Greg from the future, everybody! What the hell is going on? You're a time traveller?
Yes, I'm a time traveller. The travel effects have made me feel weird. It's cold in here and I feel horny for some reason.
Okay, please, sit down, sit down. Why did you come back here? Why have you travelled back here from the future?
I came to warn the people of Queensland. Do not split. It turns out bad. Keep the state whole.
Why? What happens, Greg?
Well, it started off all right. North Queensland was a paradise. Everyone had free guns.
Yep.
We were allowed to shoot as many crocs as we wanted. And inside every egg was a smaller egg.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
It was good, but things got bad after the second split.
You split again?
Yes. Rockhampton became the new capital. And it started getting rich and people were getting educated and it became diverse. And you know what happens when you have education and diversity? Fucking lefties.
Oh!
Rockhampton became a lefty stronghold and the new cyber Bob Katter was like, Rockhampton doesn't represent us, it's closer to Brisbane than Cairns, we got to split from them, so we split again.
You split again?
Yes, we split
again. How many
again.
times has the Queensland split in a row?
27.
27 splits?
There were a lot of secessions. The banana growers made their own state because they didn't want to share their bananas with everyone else. Then they all died of cyclones. The miners made their own state, but then China bought it, so they just became a state of China. Then one of the Chinese guys moved into a town in North Queensland, where I'm from, and we were like, oh, we can't have a Chinaman in our state, so we made that its own state as well.
Hang on, it's 2055, but you still use the phrase Chinaman?
Yeah, we are much more racist than we were before. That's one of the benefits that I still like because I am a racist.
Okay.
Is the
this
point
place
of that.
sounds like an absolute nightmare, Greg.
It is a nightmare. My mum just seceded and became her own state.
What?
My mum. When I visit my mum now, I have to discard all my fruit.
Really?
And I carry a lot of fruit on my person. Mangoes are the jewel of the north.
Okay. Well, what about the crocs? Did Katter at least get to kill all those crocs he wanted to?
Well, it started out all right. We were shooting a bunch of crocs, strangling them, whatever we could. But then we ran out of bullets.
Oh, no.
And Katter was like, Cyber Katter, he's a new version of him, robotic.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's genetically engineer a race of super intelligent crocodiles and they'll kill the original crocodiles.
Why would the cyborg crocs kill that? They just team up with the normal crocs.
Yes, they did end up teaming up with them in the end. And then those crocs form their own state. It's a crocodile state, and now we're at war with the rest of the crocodile state. So now that's why I've come back, is to warn you, because there will be fucking warring with crocodiles.
Okay.
You don't want that, Queensland.
Yeah. What about me, though? What's happened to me? Is Tonightly still on air in 2055?
Oh, you're lucky it's on air now. It's 2018 and you're in broadcast media. I mean, you might as well be working a Blockbuster Video.
Hey! We're on iview.
iview doesn't work. On PS4, you can't get it to work on there. Someone fix it.
What about me, though? Forget, if I'm not on Tonightly, what am I doing? How's my career turned out?
You became one of the leading conservative voices in Australia.
What? I become a conservative?
Well, you pretty much had to, because the left-wing media got so woke in 2020 that you couldn't even eat a kebab without it being cultural appropriation.
No! I love kebabs.
Yeah, and that's what got you. There was a photo, a cyber photo.
A cyber photo?
A cyber photo went online on the cyber internet.
No!
Of the future.
I wasn't eating a cyber kebab, was
You were
I?
eating a cyber kebab, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he's eating a kebab and the garlic sauce." And they were like, "Fuck you, you're out."
All right. You should go back to the future, Greg. You're making me depressed.
I can't actually go back to the future. For some reason in this universe, time travel only works backwards.
Okay.
But that's actually my real plan, was to... this is a stopover. I'm going back to yesterday to see that big egg.
I thought you said that all the eggs were double eggs in 2055.
They are all double eggs, but that was the first one. That for us, that's like Jesus.
Okay.
In fact, we don't even call it the year 2055. We actually say 37 AE.
Like after egg?
After egg,
After egg.
exactly.
Greg Larsen, everybody!
Yeah.
Amazing.